Or I was realizing today when I was writing up the stream announcements that is 9 streams in a row for this game. And based on yesterday's stream, very much so, if I introduced any game alongside this, I would not remember a damn thing that happened. Because just skipping one off-stream day, you know, like Sundays when I don't normally stream, that was enough to forget like 90% of what happened the prior stream. 88% of the way through. Yeah, just remembering story, and then there's still 30% of analysis and 29% of destruction. There's the final 10 waves, or there might be another one after that, but there's 10 waves at least that we can see in here. Analysis, I know, also is combined with the event archive, so this one will probably fill faster than it initially seems. Only just had a DBZ recap. Recaps would be nice. We could have reached 13 streams. But as far as, let's see, yeah, you are barred from go to... Okay, I think the people we have open right now, we're waiting on one more person to unlock Goto further. And we have Shinonome, Amaguchi, and Tomi. I feel like out of those three, Shinonome, like these two kind of are connected. I feel like I should save these two to do back to back. So I think we're gonna start with Shinonome. It's just kind of weird, and I'd like to get the annoying pill mechanic out of here ASAP. To final battle. Well, destruction I think is the final battle. They say to final battle, and that's the start. Like that's tutorial. That's where tutorial begins, I believe. So all of destruction is the final battle. We have 5 people total. Goto is just all the way down to 14%. Okay.
Easy. Take your time. Do you know where you are?
You know what, real quick. I was like, I should have read her, like, intro thing. Just to get a better idea of where we're jumping in. Ryoko Shinonome recalled the time she bid farewell to Tetsuya Ida when he was trying to reset the world in order to save Tomi Kisaragi. Oh, the last thing we did with her was he shot Tetsuya, I think. I think that's the last thing we saw. Trying to reset the world in order to save Tomi. So yes, okay. We're talking about that from, like, the things we found through Juros. Okay.
Yes.
Do you know where you are? Shino... Do you know what year it is?
1985.
What's the last thing you remember?
426. He got away from me. I won't let him escape next time.
I see. All right. How are you feeling?
My head really hurts.
Maybe I should keep you here for further observation.
My internal clock just needs a bit to readjust.
You're putting too much of a burden on your nervous system. You need to stop shifting. Do you still have your pills? Make sure you're taking them.
This should make me feel a little better.
Here, let's see. Nurse's office. We're back to Nurse's office 1. Okay. So we'll be able to grab the surveillance footage stuff. Yeah, she has the really strange web.
Fuyusaka and Kisaragi. Class 1B. Yakushiji in 1C. All of the compatible girls are first years. The coordinates for shifting through time, they're set in 40-year intervals, so we can't travel freely. Mr. Ida, he didn't die in 2064. He helped me when I got here. How could I forget something that important? Number 14. Number 14 is my Sentinel. Izumi-kun. He has the same symptoms as I do. It wasn't a dream. Morimura. She's been modifying personalities with nanomachines. She wants to change both me and Iori Fuyusaka into different people. I can't believe what Morimura says. Surveillance footage? That's right. I saw something important. I can't remember. Maybe I should go look again. It was in Shikishima's underground facility in 2105. I just need to get to the gate.
Okay.
They said the gate's been sealed, but what if it's a lie? A way to try and keep me here. They said Why can't we time travel right now?
The gate has been sealed by someone. I'm looking into it.
The gate is locked. There's only one person who could have done it. It's him. It has to be 426. The one that set up the gates in the first place.
Is that what she thinks? Or is that fact? Because I thought Morimura set them up. Or does she just have access to it?
So we're stuck here? In the past? The source of the disaster that will destroy the world. If we don't capture 426, there's no way we'll be able to withstand the invasion.
Morimura's administrator right to the gates, but we don't know fuck else about him. Okay.
It's only a matter of time before 426 makes contact with someone. I need the list of those who are compatible.
Girl just have wrong information. Partially for sure, yes.
Of course. That includes the people of this era, too.
I'll see what I can do.
There's no other option. If we don't find him, the result will be worse than anything we imagined. Or would you rather I go ask the students, one by one?
Hold on, what? I missed like a line there. Okay.
Fine. The file is on my desk. It isn't everyone, but it does list those who are compatible at this school.
I need to go back.
You can't time travel right now.
But I need to fix the Sentinels before the invasion begins. You can't stop me. I need to go after him.
I'm not trying to stop you. We just can't use the gate right now.
Someone
Take it
walked
easy,
in.
all right?
The invaders appeared in 2064. They destroyed the world, but they won't stop. They're coming for us here, too. Humans with the capacity to pilot the Sentinels. They have already been identified in the future.
Okay,
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Miss Morimura, are you still overworking her?
I've had no choice.
I talked to you? Okay.
And you are?
Renya Goto, a second year, like you. I've been assigned to offer you support. It's a pleasure to be working with you.
So this is it. The plan to gather all the compatible ones. 4 girls, including myself. Wait, only girls?
We're counting on you.
It was Morimura and 426 who did the first loop together, so I guess they both opened them the first time. I don't know. We know sector refers to places, not times, but when the game knows that. I don't know. There's definitely people who do. But I haven't kept track of who actually has that information.
I'll fix it as soon as I can.
Okay, we need to figure out how to use surveillance footage.
If I get any information on him, I'll let...
These files are only for the girls.
That's all we have here. Goto-kun has information on the boys. You can consult with him. Take those when your headaches start to get bad. The medicine is a bit strong. You may experience some temporary side effects. But don't worry, your memories will return quickly.
Tell me who the compatible boys are.
Certainly. But there's something I'd like to ask you first. I wonder, why do you hate 426 so much?
Are you serious? The fate of the world is at stake.
Even so, I sense your hatred stems from something else.
I don't have the list. Therefore, I don't know. Renya Goto has the information I need. Because he ruined the Sentinels. Because he destroyed my home. That thing deserves no sympathy. 426 is not human. He's an AI created in the future. And now, he calls himself Ace Sekigahara.
Okay, like, that part's not true, but...
If Ace Sekigahara isn't 426, then who's the one that messed with the Sentinels?
She has all the wrong information. Exactly. Wrong information. Very accurate.
I don't have the list. Therefore, I don't know. These pills are hard to swallow, but it's the only way these headaches will go away. Tell me who the compatible boys are. 426 could try and contact one of them. Or maybe he already has.
According to the clock on the wall, it is time for lunch. They should be in the cafeteria now. Let's go.
I'm feeling deja vu of some sort. Before I go, maybe I should sort out my thoughts.
Oh, is that the first time the game has just been like, hey, look at what's in your head, and then go? Oh, we've been doing that, like, every time anyway.
Where are you going?
To the gate. Like, Goto, extremely suspicious. And it's so weird seeing him in the destruction mode, being like the rallying force. He's like the group's tactician. But here, he's just kind of really shady.
I knew it wouldn't work.
What are you doing?
Morimura.
Yeah, so Natsuno. Natsuno's information was great, though. She was like, I know everything that's happening because I've seen the movies. And you're like, Natsuno, no, it's not a movie. It is a video game, though.
I locked the gate. You won't be able to use it.
I knew it. It was you. You disabled the gates, not 426.
Yup.
Stop being ridiculous. You need to take your pills.
I won't let those damn mind-controlling pills screw with my head anymore!
Who told you that?
I saw it for myself. You're trying to mess with both me and Iori Fuyusaka's heads.
She went pretty close, though. Yeah, fair enough.
She's getting worse. The code that infected the Sentinels in 2064. It separates the nanomachines from the rest of your brain. Your memories will keep disappearing. Those pills you've been taking, they inhibit that separation. They try to preserve the link, but its effectiveness has been gradually decreasing.
No, I won't believe anything you say.
You know, trying to connect that 2064 event to 426's plan. Do we know what significance that has? Because 426's plan ultimately is just like, hey, I'm gonna infect you with this code so that you can power up and kill the kaiju. But the brain part of it and the separation shit. Actually, I don't know if we know who started it yet, do we? Because I think Sekigahara's or someone's, there was like an interaction and we're like, it wasn't me, and it wasn't me. With Tetsuya, right? I don't know if we have that info.
Where's Renya Goto? Are you screwing him up too?
It was you, you know. You were the cause of the infection.
Well, this might be our answer right here.
You inserted the code that 426 created.
No, just more lies.
It's true.
Goto. You were conspiring with Morimura this whole time?
I've told you the truth a number of times, but you weren't able to accept it. You couldn't hold on to the memory.
That's a lie. You messed me up with those pills. You made me confused.
It's all there. You just have to remember. The code that infected the Sentinels. DD-426. You were the one that gave it to Sekigahara.
You're lying.
Well, that was a nice coincidence. Because thinking back to this, like, do we know that info? And here we are, learning that info. 2064. Where did it say we are? In a Sentinel hangar. Okay.
Mr. Ida, for you to ask for me personally, I can't tell you how happy it made me.
I've been waiting. I need you to look at this.
An interlocutor update? Code DD-426.
The nanomachines within you. There is a flaw in the program. It is inhibiting you from unlocking the full extent of their power. But there exists a code to fix it.
A flaw?
If we implement this, the Sentinel's capabilities will increase greatly. Morimura-san, however, does not agree.
Why?
She believes the Sentinels are more than capable as they are.
Why is she like that? She's always going against you, Mr. Ida.
If only everyone was as understanding as you.
Okay, real quick, hold on. We have a thing for DD426, right? Maybe? Maybe not. I'm gonna check so I figure out exactly what he's talking about.
I want us to give this code a try. It'll be our little secret, of course. And then Morimura-san will see who was right. All you have to do is put this code into the Sentinel.
Okay, I'll do it.
I think there's a bunch for Shiba Nizumi. Nope.
An improvement to the Sentinel, huh?
Ryoko-san, what was Ida talking to you about?
Nothing that concerns you.
Guess I'm still just some kid that lives nearby, huh?
Akun.
A fourth wave is approaching. We need to get ready.
I'll put DD426 into number 14.
Number 14, Sekigahara. Because from the flashback, it starts with Sekigahara. Oh no, Sekigahara is number 11, right? Yeah. Okay, 14 is her. Okay.
Or
Oh,
I'll put it into number 15.
who's number 15? Oyusaka?
Akun Sentinel.
Did they switch? I don't remember that. Okay. It is Sekigahara's currently.
Mr. Ida's right. And now, Akun will know it too.
Oh yeah, I guess because, yeah, the end of Sekigahara's, he chose 11 at the very end. I don't know how that fucking works. Whatever, but it was just... Everyone else... I think he was the last one to get in a Sentinel.
Do you remember? After you shifted, you went missing. It took a long time to get you back. When we finally did, your condition was already terminal. We've been able to keep it at bay with the medication, but the destruction of your memories has already begun.
For you, we tried to reinforce your memories with nanomachines, but it hasn't gone well.
We thought if we let you roam free, that your memories would stabilize.
However, your memories kept failing. It only made you become further detached from reality.
Even still, it is imperative that you remember. Only you can clear the infection within the Sentinels. Because only you know the password. We don't have much time. Please, you must remember.
Stop! It's all my fault. It can't be. It's just lies.
You're awake.
Who are you?
Try and remember.
Akun?
God. All I could think of when he said was you're awake is, oh no, we're in Skyrim.
That's right.
I can't remember my name.
What?
Ryoko Shinonome.
Damn, it got real bad then.
Is that my name? It doesn't sound familiar. Oh, right. I need to find... What was I looking for again?
It's the hidden sector, what, 7? Or that's truly what's in sector 0, right?
I can't remember.
You don't have to anymore. You don't have to look for anything, Ryoko-san. More importantly, how are you feeling?
I feel... good. Refreshed. Peaceful, even.
Maybe it's just not possible.
The nanomachines linked to her memory have all separated. She barely has any memories left.
The memories you implanted in her, what are they?
We did the same for all of you. When you were connected to the learning devices, you gained the knowledge needed to control the Sentinels and the gates. Those memories were backed up in case there was an accident.
So she has her memories of what happened before the incident.
No, not all of them. We only backed up those which pertain to learning.
So all she knows is how to control the Sentinel.
It's pretty fucked. But it's definitely like yep, the government's definitely gonna do this. It's like, we just need them to be mindless drones to control our robots. We don't need anything else for them.
Ryoko-san.
The password to remove the infection.
Gone, along with the rest of her memories. We can no longer rely on the Sentinels.
So that's it? You're giving up? There is still one way to use the Sentinels.
No. Further exposure to the infection, and there's no guarantee you'll survive.
He's not talking about himself. After everything you've taken from her, it still isn't enough. I won't let you put her in the Sentinel.
No. No, A-kun. Sentinel number 14. It was made just for me. By Mr. Ida. It's my Sentinel.
Ryoko-san.
I won't let anyone else fight for me.
Well, her crazy is still there. Couldn't get rid of that. Crazy too strong. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, there's something to unlock when I was scrolling up. Ryoko Shinonome. Blinded by her feelings toward Ida, Shinonome falls for his trick and adds DD-426 to A Sekigahara's Sentinel. During the 2064 battle, DD-426 infects the Sentinel, and Juro Karabe, Sekigahara, and Shinonome suffer brain damage. Shinonome went missing for some time after the Force shift, losing memories to a point where she couldn't even remember her own name. One thing she does remember is that Ida chose her for Sentinel number 14. Morimura tries everything to get the password to decontaminate the Sentinels from her, but ends up failing. In the Kaiju Pier in 1985, Shinonome activates Sentinel number 14 with her memories of Ida on her mind. Okay, I'm still trying to connect the... At least those are 5 steps in my head, but yeah, I'm very appreciative of that. Okay, Is DD426 also the D code? I think that's what's fucking with me right now. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh. You've unsealed every mystery file. Your remaining mystery points will be converted into metachips. Okay, DD426 is the program code that Tetsuya Ida gives to Ryoko Shinonome, supposedly to greatly increase the Sentinel's capabilities. Shinonome ends up installing this into A Sekigahara's Sentinel, the nanomachine equivalent of a virus that attacks the brain. It severs a portion of the nanomachine that's physically connected to the cerebral cortex, which handles memory. As the connections get severed, the brain suffers damage, causing severe pain and memory loss. In the worst cases, the afflicted are left as mindless husks. To discover that this program code could be used to sever the Deimos code, Tsukasa Okino tested the code on himself 1 year ago. However, he suffered gradual memory loss, so he had no choice but to become an AI with a simulated personality. Morimura and Renya Goto try to get Shinonome to remember the password that disables DD426, but it results in failure and causes her to lose all her memories. That's about how it took place. Ground systems. Okay, the cause of this defeat was the DD426 code that Shinonome put into Sekigahara's Sentinel. Okay, so... Right. Where's the gun? I'm trying to, like, after... I don't know the significance of this anymore. Like, now that we know something, one code, one program, something or another, both powers up the kaiju and the Sentinels at the same time. Is that also this? But like the one downside to the power-up is that everyone gets brain damage? I don't fucking know anymore. Too many terms for the same shit, potentially same shit, if they are the same thing. I don't know anymore. Ida at this point, his own character. Essentially, yeah. It is Shu, but they're very separate right now. Is the virus not the upgrade? Do we know why? Hold on, let's go back to... Well, that's just a straight up virus. What was the point of the virus existing? Wrong button. Maybe we'll learn more by finishing Amaguchi's. Or some of the others, but... Okay, so this one... Supposed to increase capabilities. Jeremiah, hello! Thank you for the 33 months. I appreciate that. don't know. I feel like, from my mind right now, if I remove the fact that that exists, it makes a lot more sense to me. I don't know. Let's jump into Shoes.
Let's go.
Should finish his, since he's at 85. Then Tommy probably has 2 in there. Last thing he did was it shifted in Sentinel that appeared out of nowhere and ended up in outer space. Turns to the surface. Tetsuya Ida pressed him to cooperate. Oh, I don't remember that part. I remember him being shot, warping into a Sentinel, flying up to outer space because he didn't know what was happening. Shamaguchi was shifted into a Sentinel that appeared out of nowhere and ended up in outer space. Okay, literally what we just read in the timeline.
Those government spooks are keeping an eye on me. At this rate, they could just take me away and nobody would ever know.
Turn home. Okay. What we got here?
In my dream, her soul was in an android body. That's gotta be the craziest feeling. What would it even be like, not having a body of your own? The way Miyuki Inaba tells it, those dreams weren't from the future like I thought they were. They already happened. It's all in the past. So she was watching me this whole time? On behalf of that shady outfit? Is that why she approached me at all? Yuki-chan. No, wait. I'm the one who approached her, and she has to keep an eye on me? Well, hey, maybe this isn't so bad after all. So she's been monitoring me this whole time? She's actually some Secret Service government spy? That's crazy. Also, not gonna lie, weirdly hot.
God damn it, man.
Miyuki Inaba was right about everything. There was a boundary. So here we are, in 30 kilometers of city. And beyond that, nothing. Wish I could pretend it was all a dream. My own private little adventure with Yuki-chan. Back in my dream...
Trying to connect the dots from fake story and real story. That too, yeah. That's not helping whatsoever.
He called himself Tetsuya Ida. We look identical, but that's not my name, so... Well, it's not just our names. He and I are totally different people.
Shukun, please help me.
Maybe we'll finally get the confirmation from this too. I don't think we've gotten that one yet.
Hey!
He knows I'm here now. He's going to try to have me eliminated.
What? Wait, what do you mean, eliminated? There's so much I still don't get here. I need a real explanation.
I know, but I had to hack my way in to reach you. My connection won't last long.
Wait, what do you mean? When you say he, you mean Tetsuya Ida?
Yes,
Why is he after you?
because I'm helping you. I was right. He's trying to reset Project Ark.
He wants to reset it. What would that do?
The world would be destroyed by kaiju. Everything will be gone. They want to start over. They want to restart this world from the beginning. They've done it before, and a reset means you would be erased too.
You're talking about kaiju now?
You've already seen them.
You mean those things in my dreams?
The Sentinels were built to fight those kaiju, to defend the world you call home.
So it's just space beyond the enclosure walls. That means we're in some huge spaceship, right? Why does all of this exist? Why cover up the truth?
There is a supercomputer hidden below your town. We call it Universal Control. It has led you to believe you live in Japan, in a certain historical era.
Why?
Possibly to make your lives easier. Possibly to make you easier to manage. Even I couldn't tell you the real reason.
So why are you trying to help us?
You still don't know who I am. You and I have met many times in your dreams.
There we go. I was gonna say, it was... The more and more we see her, the more obvious it was. We just didn't get the game confirming it.
Wait, you're not Tetsuya Ida.
You might be overthinking this. Shukun, please. We don't have much time. Please, give it some more thought.
We're gonna do Tomi last because we can throw everything else at her.
Inaba, Miyuki. Oh, are you Yuki-chan?
Miyuki. Yuki-chan. I've connected the dots.
No, I'm not Yuki-chan. Shukun, you really don't know. We've met in your dreams. Please think a little harder.
Well, you're Miyuki Inaba, right?
Yes. And no. Miyuki Inaba is a disguise. You should know what my real name is. Please give it some more thought.
Oh, that song from my dream. You don't mean you're...
You finally realized this is how I got past universal control. I sang on an inconspicuous broadcast with all my heart, just like I used to.
Kisaragi.
Yes, it's me, but a different Tomi Kisaragi from the one in your world. I'm not human anymore, just data on a computer. But that's exactly how I can still help you. Oh no, he's at Sector 3's terminal. Help me, Shukun. If we don't stop him, he'll erase me.
What should I do?
Inside the outer walls. I hid your sentinel in...
Hey! No, come on! Don't leave me hanging like this! She's been reaching out to me. Using my TV set to break through the walls that separate us. She's the Tomi Kisaragi I saw in my dreams. The Tomi Kisaragi who has no body left. Just a mind inside a machine.
How'd she get in the satellite?
She's gone. What happens if I go there? Can I really make a difference? I can already tell this is gonna be a huge mess. Nope. A girl has asked for my help. I can't just run away from this. I'll go, and I'll figure out the rest when I get there.
All right.
Any sudden moves and I shoot.
Bro, what?
Shinonome-senpai? The door was locked. How did you get in?
I broke the lock.
With that gun?
There was an agent too. I put him to sleep.
Oh, right. You were at the park with him. Are you with the Shady Spy Bureau too?
Yes.
So, what do you want with me?
I need your sentinel.
My sentinel?
Call it here.
That's a thing I can do? I have no idea how. Senpai, I'm sorry, but I've got something I need to do.
You want me to shoot you?
I have to go stop Ida. Huh?
Sounds like we're on the same side.
What?
Past the tunnel?
Yeah, that's where the Sentinel's hidden. Apparently.
That's some sentinel. It must weigh hundreds of tons. How does it fly in the air? But what I really don't understand is how you controlled it without any problems. Piloting a sentinel damages you, like what happened to me. So most people can't operate them.
What? You mean piloting a Sentinel did all that stuff to you? You know, it's not too late to turn back.
is too late.
Easy, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna give up now. A girl's in trouble. You know where you're going, don't you, Senpai?
There are 2 terminals that have been analyzed so far. Sector 1 and Sector 3. But we can only get into one of them. That'd be the terminal in Sector 3.
Not really sure I'm following here.
Mr. Ida was supposed to take me with him, but he took Takamiya-san instead.
Yuki-chan? What's he planning with Yuki-chan?
He needed biometric ID from one of us. It's the only way he can access the terminal. But now he's put the gate into lockdown. That means a Sentinel's the only way to shift in.
It's just up ahead.
Wait.
Are you okay?
What is this place?
The outer walls of the spaceship, I guess.
It's a spaceship? What are you talking about?
Oh, whoa, okay, so you never found out that part. It's a long story.
This doesn't make sense. How could there be a facility like this in a tunnel?
I don't know how, but there is. Let's look for the Sentinel.
So she knows. It goes back to before someone was saying, like, who knows sectors between, you know, the ages. Seems like a lot of them were kind of like us early on in the game before we knew. Thought they were just code names. It was like, yeah, 45 is just sector blank. Instead of saying a date over and over.
It's really here. The one I saw at the park.
Miyuki and Abba hid it here. So, now what?
Well, activate it.
Yeah, but how?
How did you do it before?
I don't know, it just kinda happened.
What about your activation switch? You should have one somewhere on your body.
A switch?
Where nanomachines were shot into you. That's where code was injected into your system. So that should be where your switch is.
Oh yeah, I got shot. I think she got me right around here?
Swipe across it. See if that starts things up.
Here goes nothing. So I just swipe it, like this?
You shot him in the... Yakushiji is such a bad shot, man. She shot him in the ear?
Okay, I see you. So yeah, I'm in. But for something so big, well, this cockpit looks like a single-seater.
If it shares design elements from number 14, there should be a maintenance hatch somewhere. From there, I could set the shift destination.
Okay, let me look.
Before you've ever had the same activation animation. I suppose.
Where is it?
In the back. How's it looking down there?
I've set the shift destination. Now you just need to confirm it.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, and there's something... Maintenance hatch. Yeah, that's how... Natsuno time traveled with... time traveled, right? With Miura.
This thing better not let us down.
Same Swanlings.
What happened here?
I was like, Ryoko has definitely been better in everyone else's route. But her route, I don't really like
It's
her.
like a world after an apocalypse. That's Sakura High. It looks a lot like where we live. No, it's in ruins. But that is our city.
We were in Sector 4. What you're looking at is Sector 3.
Okay, so there really is more than one enclosure.
It's down there. The bottom of that hole is the terminal.
Looks like we'll fit right through. I guess we're going down. Yuki!
Freeze! Any closer and I shoot her.
Futures, hello! Thank you for that 5 months.
So, found a way through on Shu Amiguchi's Sentinel? I suppose this is because I chose Takamiya-kun over you. Those emotional impulses of yours really do try my patience.
That's not why, Mr. Ida.
What?
I get it. So it is you after all. It doesn't matter. I don't care what group Yuki-chan's wrapped up in. I'm going to save her. Miyuki Inaba needs my help. I have to stop Ida somehow, or else he's going to erase her. You're Tetsuya Ida, huh? I know about you. I've seen a lot of your past.
Well, that's inconvenient. She's still transplanting memories then. Well, I know you too. Perhaps better than anyone else could. After all, I've known you all your life. Ever since I dropped you off as a newborn.
What?
Drop me off?
I placed you into the Amiguchi family as a child.
Then you're saying...
You are genetically identical to me. You are Tetsuya Ida.
Hey, wait a sec.
I'm almost finished here. Just stay quiet for a moment more.
Yuki-chan's got nothing to do with this. Let her go.
I'm afraid she's a vital part of the process. I need her biometrics to access the computer. You should know this is partly your fault. Up until now, I had simply been borrowing your ID. But then you had to go and access your Sentinel, which means authorization has been restored to you.
Yuki-chan, don't worry. We're gonna get you out of this.
Amiguchi.
You have feelings for Yuki Takamiya, I take it?
Yeah, I love her.
You know, under any other circumstances, it'd be fascinating. Genetically identical, but our experiences made us very different people indeed. A shame. There is nothing you can do to change this.
I guess, yeah, I guess that's one thing. He's like, huh, we're the same person, but you did not fall in love with, well, oh no, I guess those were Ida's memories, not Chu's. Yeah, you didn't fall in love with Tomi like I did. Like, you loved this girl.
Miyuki Inaba.
Ida-kun.
So here you are at last. Your singing gave you away. I recognized it instantly.
I mean, he is like #1 YouTube stan, so...
I'm still your biggest fan, believe
Yep.
it or not.
Ida-kun, please. Think this over.
I have to start things over for the two of us.
This is a mistake.
I'm afraid you're the one who's mistaken. It's too late. This place will be gone soon enough anyway. Or do you have some other option to share?
Even if I did, you wouldn't listen to me. Not the way you are now.
Oh, Miyuki Inaba said something about this. She said she knew me through my ID. Probably because he's the one she was trying to track. Stop! I won't let you erase her!
Erase her? Please. I love Tomi Kisaragi. There's no need for anything as drastic as that. But I do need to silence her as a precautionary measure.
You can cut off communications, but I'm not going to give up.
I don't need to cut off communications. It doesn't matter where you are. After all, you're a Sentinel AI now.
She's in a Sentinel?
And I happen to have command authorization over the Sentinels. All of them up to number 19.
That's impossible. Wait, Ida-kun. I'm in orbit right now. I'm watching this all from the command ship's computer, and I can see everything. I know what'll happen to that whole area. The reset will change everything. It'll all be broken down and rebuilt, but...
Indeed. A new beginning for you and me.
No, you don't understand.
Attention! Emergency protocol. Force shut down Sentinel number 16.
Don't!
Inaba! Bastard!
She'll be asleep until all of this is over. That's the last variable taken care of. I think our work here is done. We're returning to Sector 4. And you're coming with us, Shu Amiguchi. As will you, Shinonome-kun. Come on. You know you need me.
Hey, really?
That's my girl. We're leaving. Collect the equipment.
I don't like that line. Don't, no.
I know what you've really been trying to do. Back then, all those nights in the lab, you weren't trying to bring her back. You wanted to remake Kisaragi, the way you wanted her to be. Ida, you think we're the same person? You're nothing like me. I'd never use a girl as some tool. Little shit.
Well, I guess this is before Shinonome shot him? Because, like, did he just punch an android? Because he definitely has a broken hand. But I think this is before Shinonome shoots him.
Stop right there!
Don't move.
Damn it.
Hamiguchi-kun.
Right.
Oh, I thought we were running, like, what are we doing? Punching the other dude?
You hurt Yuki-chan?
Hamiguchi. Shinonome!
You can be such an inconvenience. Speaking of,
Hamiguchi!
Takamiya-kun, I suggest you come quietly, or Amiguchi will suffer the consequences.
You son of a bitch.
Yuki-chan, don't risk it.
If we could hurry this up.
On it, sir. What?
They vanished. Did they shift? Yuki.
Okay. Wait, why are they just chilling?
There.
What? Okay. And I think that... Because I believe this gate goes to the science room. So I think she forced them all over, and then she shoots them immediately. Stuck here. I mean, true.
Okay, nice. So that's all set. Then let's do this. No dice.
You need to take this seriously.
Hey, you want to do this yourself? Be my guest.
Keep it cool. He's doing fine.
Yuki-chan, I promised I'd save her. I'm going after her, no matter what it takes.
It doesn't seem as if the director's coming back, which means it may be up to us to find our way back home. Probably best to work together for now.
So you guys really have no idea how to work all this stuff?
Our intel suggested it's just not possible for us. The only ones with clearance and ability are the special miners. But we'll certainly make an effort.
Just want to check over there.
Can't your robot do something to solve this? It's capable of transporting us across time, correct?
Hell if I know, man. My senpai was the one who set up the time travel. Sure, I can fly the thing, but I'd have no idea how to get us home. How much does your organization know? Do they have any real info on how this place works?
Well, it's a UFO made by scientists of the future. Since before our time, it's been buried here, deep underground.
Okay, so you're basically clueless. Sound about right? Come on, out of the way. This is nothing like my microcomputer at home. Damn it. This doesn't look good. I can't help Miyuki and Abba. I can't even go after Yuki-chan. What am I supposed to do here? Where'd the console go?
Did it work?
No. It just started moving by itself. Minami?
Sup?
Amiguchi-kun?
The data unit!
Menon...
What? Okay. Hold on, let's... That's a very strange place to end, yeah. Amaguchi was genetically identical to Ida, was having Ida's memories from between ages 16 to 26 transplanted into him by Morimura. Moreover, Ida brought the infant Amaguchi to Sector 4 in the 1980s and placed him into the Amaguchi family. Ida is genetically identical to Shu Amaguchi. Miyuki Inaba, the grown-up version of Tomi Kisaragi from another world, back when she used to stream her songs on the internet. Tetsu Ida was a regular in her chat, going by Fate. His support and encouragement pushed her to get serious about her singing. In order to evade Universal Control surveillance, she sang on an unmonitored broadcast and managed to connect with Shu Amaguchi through his TV. She had Ida install her into Sentinel number 16 as its AI. Oh, hold on. Sentinel 16. Pass it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. The same Sentinel, just... Okay. The next Sentinel. Okay, similar to a shifter gate, the Sentinel is capable of traveling between sectors. It has a maintenance hatch type, like the Type 98 bipeds, where one can set the ship destination. The pilot must confirm the shift in order for it to happen. The Sentinel pilots have an activation switch that's used to activate the Sentinel. Typically, the activation switch would be where the nanomachines were injected, but if additional codes have been implemented later, then that would be the new spot for the switch. Swiping across the activation switch causes the letters START to appear and activates the registered Sentinel. Universal Control. It's linked with the surface through a region called the Terminal. There are two terminals that have been analyzed, Sector 1 and Sector 3. Out of the two, the terminal Sector 3 is the only one that allows access to the mainframe. Which ends one story on a cliffhanger. That's cool. Right? I want to check. Let's see. Shu Amaguchi. Okay, 2:30. And then, yeah, they pop in. She shoots him. Blank, blank. And she wakes up with Shu standing next to her. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, the way that ends is real weirdly placed. I don't know where that is, but okay. Well, actually, let me real quick. Natsuno. Might be something we don't have yet. I'm gonna see if there was any... Oh, okay. I'm not gonna go down there. That's why I was trying to kind of skim through, but... Oh, I guess, yeah. Around 2:30 in general, right? So... What's the 296? Oh, right here. Holder of the key. That's between. All right. Well, let's go ahead and finish Tomi Kisaragi's. And then Goto's will be unlocked. I mean, it's unlocked right now, I believe. Oh, nope, we need one more, actually. Oh, because she was already at over 80%, so nothing changed. Tomi finishing hers will unlock Goto's.
Well.
Using the underground gate, Tomi Kisaragi and others returned to 1985, but Mimiko Sabatari was nowhere to be found. Ah, yeah. Okay, so her whole thing currently, she's stuck in 2025 ruins. They went to the high school, went to the underground gate, the UFO, got back, and Miwako did not get warped with them.
Usami-chan, I've been meaning to tell you. I found a cafe with some amazing looking cakes. Shall we go there after school?
That's the same thing you said before we left.
Hmm? You've been acting strange today. Did something happen?
You're acting like nothing did. That's the problem. In the far-off future, Shikishima planned to colonize other planets, and the kaiju were tools for terraforming the surface. What are they doing here in the past? Morimura. Megumi. Were they planning on fighting those things? Shikishima's a conglomerate with political ties. They made it big during the Meiji modernization. You always see their branches on Employer of the Year lists. Back in the Meiji era, they were shipbuilders. But they expanded into aviation and a bunch of other things. During the war, they did a lot of weapons R&D. And now they make everything from home appliances to rockets. Shikishima Industries is just one of those branches. Their machinery is known all over the world. We went to the ruined future. You really don't remember?
You said that this morning, too. I've never heard of Ruined Future. What kind of shop is it?
Oh yeah, we went way deep underground. You were freaking out. You've got to remember that, right?
Underground? You mean the downstairs food court at the mall?
No. Alright, Miwako. Tell it to me straight. In the last few days, did anything big happen? Anything at all?
The last few days? Let's see. Something big. Oh, I know!
You remember?
3 days ago, we moved classrooms from the old building to the new one. That was so sudden, I could hardly believe it. Is that not it? You seem disappointed. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. She doesn't remember a thing about what just happened. That's not something you can just forget. It's more like her memories were rewritten, as if she never went there at all. The school marked us absent those days, but she's acting like she's been here the whole time. It's crazy. Did that underground computer do this? Hey, I'm glad you remember at least. Miwako has no memory of the whole ordeal. To her, it's like nothing ever happened. And Shinonome-senpai, she doesn't even remember my face.
So that's what Sekigahara meant about being managed. Damn.
If that's true, then everyone here's in the same boat, right? My mom, the people of my city, maybe they're all hidden somewhere, being monitored. It all comes down to that underground computer. I bet it has the answers. I'm gonna go back there.
What? Dude, are you crazy? The place is crawling with androids.
I'm pretty good at hiding.
Dumbass, you'll die. Besides, how the hell do you plan on getting there? How the hell do you plan on getting there? Give it a rest.
I think right now, like, I don't... Maybe this path will kind of answer more of that. But I don't know who's real and who's fake real. Or who's fake. Like, there seems to be 3 tiers of people. Like, there's grandma here. This seems like, be like, super fake, just made up random person. But there's like AI android people and AI like ghost people. And then you think of the concept of the loop. Are we even biological? People in 2188 are biological. Are we? I don't know. Because when you do the loop and you remake everything, what's being remade? Bones and skin? Or more AI? I don't know. So, like, when it comes to Miwako, how real, like, where does she line up on the real versus fake? Is she 100% never existed as a real, actual human being? Is she part of the mass disappearance from a Aegis? Like, we have her DNA and memories somewhere, so it's like she was real, but she's just AI right now? There,
If we use the gate again, we can return to that era.
Do you even know how?
The Demon's game was praised for having AI indistinguishable from normal humans. That is true.
I don't think Morimura would be much help.
But then you think about, like, fucking the ogre. Oniji, or whatever his name is, the cop. I think he's a real-ass dude. Maybe. We saw him in a prison. But I don't know if that prison was in the real world or in a loop that progressed far enough without dying. I don't know anymore.
And Shinonome-senpai? She was looking at me real suspiciously. Oh, I know! Sekigahara-kun! I'll find him and...
Calm down. Just think about it for a sec. You really want to mess with that thing? Shit's dangerous. And you know, if you get stranded again, you might be stuck for good.
I guess when you put it like that, maybe you've got a point. I should slow down and think a little. But still... Now that I think about it, why do you care? Don't tell me. You're worried about me that much? Am I really that important to you?
Oh, shut up. Go ahead and die for all I care. It's just... I'd feel pretty shitty being the one who let you do it.
Huh. So that's how it is.
Well, they're behind the yellow line. They're fine.
So... what? You want me to just sit on my ass until something happens?
I get it, alright? We'll think of something together. Just don't go rushing off on your own.
Don't go rushing off on your own. We are left to run away. Oh. I guess run over here.
Well, look what we got here. Ogata, most punchable face in the city.
Time for more gross lines.
I think it's about time we settled our shit.
Hey now! Come on, you're fighting again? Stop that!
Hey, stay out of this, idiot.
What do we got here? Don't tell me this little bitch is your girl. Didn't know you were into elementary schoolers. That's messed up, man.
The hell did you just say? You want to say that again? Say it to my face. Come on!
At least he always loses the fight.
Stop it!
That's only a taste of what you deserve.
Every single time.
Asshole.
Train's already here. Oh, whatever you want.
Well, this says... interesting. Okay. I'm real interested in, like...
waiting around like this. We'll think of something together. Yeah, right. Keep your word next time, dummy.
So the loop there for Nenji's was all in his brain.
Another day.
So this is the
another
actual
wasted time.
happening. This is how it happened and played out. And not just the weird mind loop that Okino had him in.
There has to be a gate here somewhere. Was it all just a weird dream? Oh, stop it, me. If I start to doubt myself, it's all over. I've got a lot more investigating to do. When we arrived, the gate was right here. If I stand here, I should be able to go back. At least, that's what I think. But what do I do to get it to show up?
Oh, scream.
Maybe there's a switch somewhere. Huh? Whoa!
Here we are, 1985. Do you know what you have to do?
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd be questioning my sanity. It's so absurd, my head's going to burst.
You can head back and rest up.
Okino.
Don't worry, I won't be going anywhere. I just need to ensure Chihiro Morimura doesn't find out. Time to pull a few tricks on the gate and cover our tracks.
See you.
I saw that! Finally found my inn. So... You there. You seem to be able to access the gate.
Who are you?
Tomi Kisaragi. And you are... Okino-kun. A guy who doesn't want to be caught by Morimura. Right? Now then, won't you do something for me? You don't have much of a choice.
Oh shit. Okay. Here we go. Solitari has no recollection of the time she got left behind in the 2025 ruin. Is that the only thing updated? I accidentally hit X. Okay. Now, I am curious, especially for that last part there. I saw that was 191. Oh, okay, I see. I couldn't remember why they were there, or like where, when that was. Yeah. It was after Takatoshi and Miura meet, and he has to go see 45 for himself. Okay. Complete Shuomaguchi's The Idol in Orbit. Hey, looks like we did these in the perfect order then.
Well, well.
Kisaragi searched Tokisaka Shrine for a way back to the future and witnessed Tsukasa Okino and Takatoshi Hijiyama using the gate. What? Interesting, we're popping back in right here, huh?
In the far-off future, Shikishima planned to colonize other planets, and the kaiju were tools for terraforming the surface. What are they doing here in the past? Morimura, Megumi, are they planning on fighting those things? Shikishima's a conglomerate.
Mighty Kaiju Daimos. They're showing it at the theater right now.
He's talking to himself again.
So that's what it looks like to other people. Just plain and simple, just...
Usami-chan, would you like to get crepes on our way home?
I'd love to, but I've kinda got somewhere to be.
Okay.
Do you need something?
Not really, sorry.
What?
Usami-chan, you've been acting strange lately. Are you okay? You seem kind of stressed out.
But you're just fine, right?
Hey, I'm worried about you.
I wonder what the most chronological. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way that, like, if you do it in a specific order, things will line up a lot nicer. Make it easier to follow.
Yuri-chan! Shall we go home together?
Sorry, I have plans.
You too?
Sorry, Miwa-chan.
It's from Juro's perspective. It gets him. I had a thought, like, him kind of walking over awkwardly might have been when we were doing this from Juro's side, trying to eavesdrop on everyone. Just kind of showing him do that.
It's okay. I'll go home by myself.
Well, it's about that time.
Yeah, I should head out too. See you, Miwa-chan. Bye!
Something up? You're staring.
It's nothing. Miwako doesn't remember a thing. But maybe that's for the best.
Alright, he's going to take the papers.
Miwako! I'm heading out.
See you!
The papers. Miss Morimura forgot them again.
Okay.
I'm late. There you are. Back at it again with the skirt and wig, huh? What a weirdo.
Don't you come from 2025? Shouldn't you be, you know, more accepting of this?
I just didn't get a chance to change. As I said, this is a necessary disguise. Bold words for someone who can't be bothered to make it here on time.
Sorry. Anyway, you're going to do this for me, right?
Let's go. Get in position.
Okay, I vaguely recall, I think when we get back is where Hijiyama and Ogata were just like spying on them because they were like jealous of this.
What? Kisaragi?
Amiguchi?
What?
What are you doing here?
That's what I should be asking you. Well, whatever. Who's that little cutie?
Hear that? You're a cutie, apparently.
I'm not complaining.
Oh! Okay, this is after what we just saw. So still here. I don't know where the men in black are. But Natsuno is also here. Okay.
Hey, what are you doing? Stay back. They might be with the black suit guys.
BJ says he knows them. Natsuno? Usami! You're here too? Why? This little guy led me here. Sekigahara's robot?
I see. The two of them will speed up the process. Hello, Okino. I am like this now, but...
You're Miura. Sekigahara told me.
What is your goal?
To save the girl trapped in orbit.
Then we are on the same path.
Save the girl trapped in orbit. Okay.
So you're here to help number 16 too?
Oh, she doesn't know she's number 16 yet. Oh, okay.
My own Sentinel is there.
Sentinel number 17. So that's how it is. Both 16 and 17 were put into orbit.
They went to an unknown man-made artifact in space.
So how do they know about Orbit Girl? They don't know.
We've briefly gotten a hold of it from here, but we don't quite understand what it is.
Number 16 would know the answer.
Last time we got through to her when I touched something over there. But now...
It won't respond. Not even with Kisaragi's biometric ID. She's completely inaccessible now.
Hugh Amiguchi may know the reason.
Did they see it? It's like last time. Hold on. I don't know. I don't remember when that was. I vaguely remember, was it her that was just kept poking whatever glowy thing was? I remember that. I don't remember where that was though.
You wanna know why?
Wait, okay, what's going on? Won't respond even with Kisaragi completely inaccessible now. Okay.
Ida did it himself. He shut down her Sentinel.
Ida, huh?
Yeah. Something about authorization?
He must have used his security authorization to issue the command, so that's what happened.
You created these Sentinels. Perhaps you can clear the authorization.
Worth a try. Help me out.
So, why are you here?
I can't turn down a cry for help. Especially not from the one and only Miyuki Inaba.
Amiguchi-kun surprised me enough as it is. But seriously, you too, Usami? I can't believe you're all time traveling. This is actually where I'm from. Whoa, you came from the future? Does anyone else know about this stuff? Let's see. Yuki-chan from Class 1A. Miura-kun too.
What? That guy?
Miyuki Inaba? You mean that idol?
Well, yeah. She talked to me through a TV program. You guys call her number 16, but she's actually another you.
I knew it. That song. It sounded a little different in the style of the 80s, but it's just like when I sang back in middle school. And Inaba. That's my username. I became an idol? Seriously?
The preparations are complete. Kisaragi, as you scan your ID to grant access, the authorization will be reset, and the Sentinel will reboot. Go ahead and unlock it.
Here goes. No good?
The Sentinel started up normally.
I see. Ida-kun shut me off.
We all came to save you. Sorry it's a little late.
Thank you.
Access is clear.
Don't worry. Universal Control doesn't suspect a thing. To it, this appears to be a simple video broadcast. So you're... Miyuki Inaba? Also known as Tomi Kisaragi. Just like you. Please tell me, what is all this? What's going on?
I would like information as well.
Do you trust me? Well, you're me, right? I won't get anywhere if I can't even trust myself. I was shifted to the orbit development project. It's an artificial satellite that presides over terraforming.
Terraforming?
The very ground you stand on is proof. The second phase was a resounding success.
No way!
So the D-forces were used to develop land.
Originally, yes. They were designed as heavy machinery for that purpose.
You mean, it's really true? We're not on planet Earth, huh?
I've seen it with my own eyes. The whole city's less than 30 kilometers long. I thought it was on a spaceship, though.
Unbelievable. What about the other countries I'd been investigating?
Universal control alters the information you receive. It does whatever's necessary to make things appear consistent. Shukun is telling the truth. From here, I can see the entirety of the residential ward system. All of the terminal controls, too.
You're able to control the satellite from your Sentinel?
It does have some limitations, of course, but it is possible. Because I'm Tomi Kisaragi.
Huh?
She's the one who designed the second phase of interstellar development. She was a terraforming researcher. Watch this log of hers.
February 8th, 2188. Continuing my report from
Oh shit!
I ran the simulation. This was our 25th terraforming attempt. We believe the planet is a Type 57b. In order to reach a habitable state for humanity, the process took 1,800 years. A bit longer than hoped. No further issues up to this point. Oh, and I almost forgot. At Professor Morimura's suggestion, I updated the system on the command ship. It's set to monitor the final phase. Surface facilities. Before any harm may come to these facilities, it will determine whether the final phase needs to be redone. As the professor always says, it can't hurt to be safe. Work has been coming along well.
Okay, hold on. 25th terraforming attempt? Jesus.
But I honestly can't wait to return to the surface.
What was that?
A log from Tomi Kisaragi in the year 2188.
She said some curious things, like redoing the final phase.
You heard correctly. There's no turning back.
Well, what now?
The command ship will fall below the horizon soon. We'll be disconnected for quite a while.
Are there any measures we can take?
Yes, but I believe there's only one way through this.
And what's that?
Universal control. It needs to be altered, and the only ones who can do that are all of you. Trust in me, and get into the Sentinels.
Oh, okay, before it... Oh, I see. Okay, okay. Okay, so we are on a planet. We're not just a floating disc in the space. Seaside vacation song. Sounds just like the song Tomi Kisaragi used to sing in middle school, but arranged in a more 80s style. Artificial satellite in orbit. An artificial satellite that presides over terraforming, the second phase of interstellar development. It controls the heavy machinery for planetary development and adjusts air temperature. This is where Miyuki Inaba exists. During the 2064 Sentinel infection incident, Inaba ends up shifting outside the world and over to the artificial satellite, where she comes across the 2188 data and learns the truth about the world. Do you need someone else to unlock Goto? I don't believe so. Terraforming. The process of modifying a planet's environment into a habitable state for humanity. Once a planet with similar qualities to Earth is found, its atmospheric component and air temperature are adjusted. Doing so requires an extraordinary amount of time, effort, and technology. The planet that the boys and girls are on isn't Earth, but rather one that the D-Forces developed through the terraforming process. During the Sentinel infection incident of 2064, Inaba was piloting Sentinel number 16 when it was shifted up to the orbiting command ship. Let's see. Although Tetsuya Ida was authorized to use Sentinel number 16, Tsukasa Okino was able to help transfer authorization over to Kisaragi, as he is the one who created the Sentinels. You know, I just realized that whole thing didn't answer why Natsuno was there. I don't think. Did it? He also woke up Miyuki Inaba, who was shut off by Ida. The idol Miyuki Inaba, who is also the control system for Sentinel number 16, gone missing after the Sentinel infection incident, is the other Tomi Kisaragi. Inaba's song sounds just like the song Kisaragi used to sing in middle school, but arranged for an 80s sound. Kisaragi's username at the time was also Inaba. And 2188 Tomi, the 2188 Tomi Kisaragi was a terraforming researcher who designed the second phase of the Interstellar Development Project. According to Kisaragi's report on February 8, 2188, the simulation for the 25th terraforming attempt revealed that it took 1,800 years for a Type 57b planet to reach a habitable state for humanity. Furthermore, at Professor Morimura's suggestion, the command ship was updated to monitor the final phase, the surface facilities. The objective was for the command ship to determine whether the final phase needs to be redone before any harm can come to these facilities. Someone earlier in the game mentioned Mars. Based on the picture of terraforming, that might be. DJ brought it there to look for 17. Okay. Okay, I think that's all. All right, so one out here waiting for everyone else.
Oh?
This shady bitch. We literally only done his prologue, and then it locked. Onyagoto continues to seek the truth. While in the UFO, he discovers footage of an elderly version of himself. Yeah, so that's pretty much all we learned, right? It was that he's the old fucking Shikishima dickbag with the beard.
It would appear I can no longer rely on Shikishima. Miss Morimura's death has left the Shikishima execs in disarray. Now they won't let me spearhead the Sentinel project, as if I'm just a child. I doubt my opinion will weigh much in their discussions going forward. Miss Morimura, why did you have to die? Ayame Park, please. Ever since the battle that ended with the Sentinels infected,
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's met the child yet. Hasn't kidnapped the child yet.
Miss Morimura has been pushing this operation as one of its fiercest supporters. This refers to the humans who can control the UFO's mainframe. Those compatible have nanomachines implanted in their bodies.
That was pretty quick, Goto-kun.
Or not.
I checked the corpse at the police station. It was yours, Miss Morimura. There's no doubt about it.
Is that so?
You don't seem too shocked about your death.
Well, it didn't exactly stop me. Here I am, safe and sound.
I suppose that's true.
So, what did the police say?
The cause of death was a gunshot to the abdominal area. No bullet was found in the body, though it's easy to imagine why. The murder weapon was likely from beyond this time, beyond material bullets. Estimated time of death is approximately 1900 hours. You were witnessed running off somewhere with a short-haired student. According to a pedestrian's eyewitness account, anyway.
They found a witness. This era's police really did their due diligence.
An acquaintance of Miss Morimura, described as a short-haired male in a student uniform, most likely A. Sekigahara. There should have been that drone tracking her movement. So, anything helpful in its footage?
The timing couldn't have been worse. It looks like it was monitoring the government's movement at the time. So she wasn't even under surveillance.
What a coincidence.
I see.
Any thoughts as to our primary suspect? Who do you think did it?
Well, the witness statement matches the description of A. Sekigahara.
It did seem like something was wrong with A. Sekigahara's memories. I wouldn't be surprised if he was our murderer.
Though it raises the question of why he'd bother to lure her out. Surely a murderer's optimal scenario is to avoid being spotted at all.
Well, maybe it wasn't premeditated. He could have killed her by accident.
Well, he certainly is the type to brood over things. I can say he's not enough of an idiot to shoot someone on impulse.
Who else could it be? That man with that call sign? Some numerical name.
Logically speaking, he would naturally be another potential suspect. He did attempt to eradicate all the compatibles. He's a dangerous individual, and he's still at large. All that's left of 426 is his consciousness. I don't think I could reliably predict his behavior. He's desperate enough to do anything. 426 certainly isn't above killing. If Ida-san were here, I'm sure he'd declare 426 our primary suspect.
We know he killed at least 4 people. That's why I shot him dead in the end. If he resurrected himself as an android, maybe that would give him a chance at revenge. As a motive, it sounds pretty clear-cut.
Aside from Miss Morimura and Ida-san, 4 others came here for refuge 16 years ago. By the time I'd started assisting Miss Morimura's efforts, they'd already lost their physical bodies. Fortunately, we were able to use the data stored in Sector 0. This allowed us to meld their replicated consciousness with AI. As for how they lost their bodies in the first place, reportedly 426 is doing. He destroyed them all in one fell swoop, according to Ida-san's account anyway. But if number 16 is to be believed, that's not what really happened, and Miss Morimura should be aware of that. I spoke with the pilot of Sentinel number 16. Back then, she gave Miss Morimura something nobody else would. The truth.
What?
Wait, what do you mean? Could you go over that again?
Our defensive maneuvers failed. So we decided to stick to the plan. We all headed to the gate to escape. But there was an explosion while we were shifting. From what I can tell,
The Type 98 we were shifting in got attacked. But that's the last thing I remember. After that, nothing.
But that means... is that how your data was damaged? It wasn't some plot by 426 after all? Just... an explosion? We never did manage to completely reconstruct your data. I thought it was just that you didn't get converted in time, but... You were all dead before the shift even happened. Ida-kun, you said he killed the 4 of them. I know you did. You said he sabotaged them, killed them.
They're talking about... Just... I'm very confused by what they're talking about. Is this... the DD426 infection situation? Are they talking about that right now? Where they had to send him through time? I don't... But they actually didn't get sent through time before... I don't even know what 4 they're talking about. So A was one of them, because they thought it was him. So I guess they're calling 426 him? In this context? Loop 1 way. I don't know anything about the loops. The loops I'm ignoring because they're too confusing. That doesn't help. The DD426 event, they never shifted. Okay. Big shot. But yeah, that's that one. I don't think they were talking about that one, Abe. I don't think, anyways. Maybe. I don't fucking know.
Given the chance, he certainly would have.
You lied to me?
He already tried to kill us all in the past. You know he'd have tried again if we left him alive.
Okay, so he's like, because we saw one where he did literally shoot everyone, not in Sentinels, they're just walking, and just walked up and shot everyone. He's like, nah, fuck that. So it was Juro, Sekigahara, Tomi, and someone.
Killing him
I guess Shinonome?
was the right call.
I don't know. 4 people got blown up.
No. That means...
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
Miss Morimura, I have one more question.
What is it?
Regarding 426, would you say you had any particular feelings toward him?
Feelings? Well, he was certainly a good friend. I felt like he really understood me. Well, used to, anyway. Where's this coming from?
That doesn't make sense. According to number 18, or should I say, Tamao-san. I had a hunch about Miss Morimura's feelings, and my discussion with Tamao-san only confirmed my suspicions.
Goto-kun. I'm sorry for this. I know it's sudden. I need to talk to you.
Did something happen?
It's about Morimura-san. She's been transplanting 426's memories onto Juro-kun. I only just found out.
426? As in the escaped android?
No, not that one. She's using the memory data of the man himself. It was saved during the shift.
In other words, she's trying to use Juro to create another 426?
I did my best to talk her down. She's letting me handle Juro-kun's treatment now. Still, I don't think she's given up on this.
Why is she trying to bring back 426?
Well, I've been giving her some advice about it, and I understand where she's coming from, but... Morimura-san is in love with him.
With 426?
Maybe she always has been. That's why she wants him back as a human.
But she has to know the risks. He's a dangerous man.
True, but that's not exactly what she's remembering. Besides, she's the one who killed him. That guilt is still eating at her. Watch over Morimura-san. And try to keep her away from Juro-kun if you can.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you. I can barely take the idea of 1426, let alone 2.
So I was right. Miss Morimura did have feelings for someone.
I forget where we found that out. I think maybe Juro's route? The whole 426 inside your brain, doing the things.
When Juro Izumi lost his memories, you aimed to use him to revive 426. Make one a vessel for the other. One reason seems most likely. You harbored romantic feelings for him.
Me? With him? You're joking. That Chihiro Morimura was mind-hacked, remember? You said so yourself. My goodness, romantic feelings? For him? No, God no. Not my cup of tea.
I'd like to revisit something you just mentioned, about 426 killing at least 4 individuals. Do you really not remember?
Remember what?
You've read my files, I presume? I gathered quite a lot of material in the past. Most of it is rather outdated, including Ida-san's statement concerning those victims. In other words, your answer is objectively incorrect.
Really? Well, can you blame me? Look at this body I'm stuck with. I'm bound to have some memories confused. If you have some comment on this form, then by all means.
No. That's not what I meant. If you recall, I suggested that Miss Morimura was mind-hacked. That idea was based on a certain piece of evidence I found. One particular log.
What log?
If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know. 2 years before you were born, Ida-san extracted some information from 426 that in turn led to the discovery of the data log in question.
So why again does this matter?
You're about to find out. As for the log itself, it contains footage from the year 2188. It was found buried in the mainframe data during the analysis of 426. You seem very disturbed by me seeing that file. So much so, in fact, that you ended up deleting all of your logs. Would you mind telling me why you did that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, at the very least, its contents suggested a connection to 426, or even that he had been manipulating Miss Morimura. The log contained a very interesting report. Apparently, Juro Izumi downloaded memories onto Chihiro Morimura's clone. else to share this. I was in the middle of a routine bug regression test, and I noticed part of the final phase had been altered. The change was made in Chihiro Morimura's host. The setting change looks like it'll trigger a memory overwrite. I don't know anything about the memory's contents, but it says the modifying user was Juro Izumi. Because someone thought it'd be a great idea to give that guy senior admin ID. And at this point, well, what the hell can we do about it? At least now I have proof. You're all hypocrites anyway. Yes, including you, jackass. So who even cares anymore? None of this matters. We're all dead anyway.
That didn't help me with anything.
The log
Alright.
conveniently revealed one of your secrets. One you were desperate to keep me away from. So you deleted it. That's my theory, anyway.
What? The point of what's going on right now is completely lost on me because I don't know what's actually being talked about. Like, it's not helping.
This refers to the humans who can control. Remember where this all began?
Like, this feels like it's supposed to, alright, we're gonna fill in some blanks. You can connect the dots now. No, I fucking can't. I cannot.
It was the compatibility experiment. The one that produced you. Based off Miss Morimura's footage and your own admissions, I've completely misjudged the situation. All this time, I believed you were her. But even from the very beginning, you've been your own person.
So, what are you saying? I'm not Chihiro Morimura? If I'm not a duplicate of Chihiro Morimura, then who exactly do you think I am?
Hey.
You are Chihiro Morimura.
Well, there you have it.
No, not Miss Morimura, the teacher. Professor Chihiro Morimura. The one from the year 2188, and the central figure of Shikishima's interstellar development project.
Okay. Juro Izumi. The overarching plan was altered so that Chihiro Morimura's host would undergo a memory overwrite. During the final process of Project Arc, Tetsuya Ida discovers this deviation, along with the fact that Izumi is the one who authorized the change. On realizing the distinct discrepancy between Miss Morimura and Chihiro's memories, Kyoto considers the possibility that Chihiro isn't simply a clone of Morimura. After researching the logs of 2188's Morimura, he theorized that Chihiro's true identity is instead Professor Chihiro Morimura from 2188. Okay. For the compatibility experiment, Morimura believed she had transplanted her own memories, previously saved in Sector 0, over to her clone, Chihiro. However, the memories that she transplanted from Sector 0 actually belonged to the Professor Chihiro Morimura from 2188. Miss Morimura has been in love with Juro Izumi since she was young. Hey, Miyuki. Back when their final line of defense failed 1 loop ago, Kisaragi and the others tried to shift before the world got reset. Unfortunately, due to an explosion, their data was damaged and couldn't be fully constructed, preventing them from making it to the next world. Okay.
Aegis activation confirmed. The terminal is completely sealed off.
We did it!
They've changed targets. The next terminal is just over there.
The They're already on the move.
Can't even let us catch our breath, huh?
I haven't hit my operating limit yet, but I'm going to dismount.
Whoa, hey, then who's taking point?
Pull it together. We don't need orders to kick some ass.
They're in the middle of the final battle right now.
You can relax, kids. I'm back in the fight.
I won't be long. It's up to you.
Fine then. Let's roll, Yuki-chan.
Chihiro-san.
Chihiro-san.
Look at that sunset. Just like it was back then. It's beautiful. I'm guessing you were monitoring me with a drone?
I have one locked on to you, yes. Their target's changed. They're coming back this way. It's dangerous here. We need to get you to safety.
Aw, don't tell me you're worried about me. How about you mind your own business?
From this last year, two loops ago, more from the start, the one that edited humanity accidentally. Yeah. Whatever that means. Like, I don't know. That, like, sure, they presented that information, but then just like, okay, what does that affect now?
You already know how I feel. This is what I wanted.
Still.
More importantly, can you really afford to waste your time here? Or have you already given up? The invasion is still in its preliminary phase.
I've got time. First, I need to get you somewhere safe.
There are no safe places left. At least, none left for us. We're not safe anywhere. But you know that well enough. You're just losing precious time. Go focus on the job you're supposed to be doing.
Understood. I'll go. You'll find it safer towards the river, if, hypothetically, you wanted to know.
Wait. As long as we're both here, there's something I want to clear up. So, tell me, you were in love with Miss Morimura, weren't you?
What the fuck?
You said she was mind-hacked. But it was more about you being jealous, wasn't it?
That's hardly...
This may be our last chance to talk. Answer me.
I don't...
You. Is that what you wanted to hear? That I was driven by some cheap, naive impulse? That I can't think about anything else?
And that's why you brought back my memory too, isn't it? You never cared how you managed to do it. You just wanted her back.
So much.
I'm glad. You really were a slave to your desires. That's the Renya Goto I remember. It means I don't have to like you after all. Thank you. I think that's all I wanted to hear.
Professor,
You should go. After all, we still have our bet.
That's adding more confusion to the pile, okay.
Although it looks like I'm about to win it. Did you get separated from your mommy? Could you leave me alone? It's dangerous out here. Just come with me, okay? Will you just... What are you...
I mean, Sunday. I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't know.
Don't worry.
That was already the hardest day in this game. But, yeah, I think at this point, from here to the credits, I'm not gonna know what's happening anymore.
If you can't find your mommy,
So that'll be fun.
I can help you look. We just have to run away right now, okay? Oh, there you are, Miwako. Asami-chan! I'm so glad you're okay. Jeez, you're so reckless. You shouldn't have come this way.
Kisaragi, that girl is...
I know already. I'll get back to the battle once Miwako's safe. Is someone else here? Of course not. Never mind. The evacuation route's that way. Can I bring her too? Hey! That's fine, just hurry up.
Okay. The Kaiju appear in 1985. She declares to the team that they can relax now that she's taking the field and activate Sentinel 21. Odo secretly had feelings for Miss Morimura. However, after seeing a 2188 communications log between that era's Tetsuya Ida and Goto, he suspects that Morimura's memories were overwritten by 426. In addition, Morimura's sudden change of behavior has raised his suspicions further. Okay, I think that's all the updates. Yeah, one of the earlier fights, I do remember that. They were talking about Miwako's escape. So that's around there.
Strange. I know this is my first time here, but this suddenly makes me feel so... nostalgic.
Sunsets will do that, I find. Regardless of time period.
Yes, but...
What is this lamp? Exactly. Exactly.
This must be... Well, I suppose it must be one of those places. So? Where am I going?
I've rented an apartment under a false name.
Can't be any worse than our last accommodations. As long as it's not Rebel, I'll take it.
My apologies. If it's any comfort, I'm certain nobody will find you there. Not Shikishima, and certainly not Miss Morimura. I suppose we have Ida-san to thank for all this. The funds and paperwork he prepared were invaluable.
Tetsuya Ida. And he's still missing, is he?
Yes. Let's go. Chihiro-san.
You think I'm the professor?
That is what I said. You are Professor Chihiro Morimura, a major figure in Shikishima in the year 2188, namely the leader of its space initiative.
What are you even talking about?
Just some hypotheticals, a possible interpretation of the evidence I found. Ever since the battle that ended with the Sentinels infected, Miss Morimura has been pushing this operation as one of its fiercest supporters. This refers to the humans who can...
Okay, say I am the professor. Remember, Miss Morimura is the one who created me. You think that was her plan? She wanted a host for the professor and not herself? How would that make sense?
Miss Morimura ran an experiment to grant her clone compatibility. She believed that you were synchronized to her. She believed it was her own data she transmitted. But it was the other Chihiro Morimura in Sector 0. And of course, you entered the world as a newborn, incapable of verbal communication. So Miss Morimura never realized her mistake.
This is all speculation.
Certainly, yes. But if I'm right, and you are the professor, I imagine you were in quite a panic yourself. All things considered, it was a staggering deviation from the original plan.
What original plan?
Among the logs from 2188, one of Tetsuya Ida's noted that he'd found an anomaly. Chihiro Morimura was set to undergo a memory transplant in the final phase. And the final phase, well, that would be us.
I don't know where you think you're going with this.
A bit of patience, please. There's a little more context I need to provide. The log from the future I saw first. That would be the comms log I found with my own ID. The first log I checked held some surprises. The author seemed to be an elderly Renya Goto. And the date of recording appeared to be 2188. I assumed it was some future version of myself. One that had time traveled into the far future. But now, I don't think that's the case. I believe it's the other way around. In other words, I myself am a clone of him. Every individual I saw in that log footage, they all created clones of themselves.
Clones, huh?
I did find a log that proves this point.
What did you see?
A comms log between you and Professor Takamiya. Her field is genetic engineering, I note.
Professor Takamiya, how are the projections on those self-replicating probes? The simulations look good, especially the survey range. We never expected a rate of expansion that high. It was definitely the right call to prioritize its strength as a group over individual units. These probes are pretty much living machines now. They self-replicate using natural resources mined from asteroids in their routing. They'll just keep building up and breaking down. An infinite cycle of self-replication on its way to its target. There's basically zero chance of the tech failing midway through. They'll just keep on going. Probably long after humanity's gone. Glad I came to an expert, then. All that's left is the refinement of the memory cube. The infrastructural storage cell, right? The cube's made up of 5 identical memory layers. In theory, it'll compare itself to nearby probes and use them as a template for repairs. And if it can't be repaired, well... Fine, 1 probe down. We've got thousands more. And our passengers? I'll be loading them up with the DNA of all the survivors. I've already got samples and data from all 15. Now it's just down to launching them. These clones will go with all our hopes on their shoulders. By the way, what do we do about him? I mean, after that DNA test. We do nothing. He doesn't have to know. What can I even say to him? Not much, I guess.
There were 15 survivors of that colony, each with a clone established to be compatible, though they grew up in different eras, different worlds. And you aimed to replace your clone's memories with your own. That was your real plan.
Yeah, right when they're trying to, like, lay it out, like, oh, nope, vague. Alright. Another fucking shape-shifting puzzle piece.
Right now, I imagine your biggest question is precisely how much of that log I've seen. Am I close? You do have a genius mind, but also the form of a child. I imagine it's harder than usual to hide your agitation.
It's absolutely not. Now you're just trying to trick me?
So from that, it seems all 15 existed in 2188 on this arc, made clones of themselves to try to restart humanity, but sent it out on probes. And one of the paths, I think everyone in 2188 is dead. I think only the clones are alive. Or even if you can consider this alive, I don't even know.
I'd say, based on that log,
It kind of reminds me of the end of, the like, true ending of Nier Automata. I won't say anything beyond that, but kind of reminds me of that.
Professors Takamiya and Morimura seem to know each other quite well. Maybe you know something about that.
Sorry, I'm trying to read two things at the same time.
Of course not.
Then perhaps instead, Tsukasa Okino? Being compatible, that makes one part of his identity clear. He's one of the 15 from the year 2188. So, any theories?
Yeah, Okino and Tamao are the extra two added in that don't pilot anything. Well, currently. I guess Tamao, I think, piloted something in the past, but not currently. And Okino seemingly has never piloted anything. They just have... They were just created the Sentinels.
Who was he in the year 2188?
And I guess this whole thing that we're playing. The whole ARC project, that too, yeah. Oh, Megumin is life. Thanks for that follow. I was trying to see where the break in your name was. Okay, so being compatible makes one part of that clear. Who was he in year 2188? Okay.
Care to guess?
Stop it.
No? Then allow me to clarify. That boy, Tsukasa Okino, is Professor Chihiro Morimura's son.
You know, there was a point in one of the really early streams where we looked at all the characters. I think it was after finding out, like, how many Chihiro, like, there were multiple Chihiros, right? And like, you know what? All these characters have the same kind of hair, same kind of features. What the fuck? Okay.
But not her child by personal conventional birth. The professor donated her egg cells as a young woman.
So her child, I see, okay. Test tube baby?
In accordance with the policies on population control.
Will this be the final plot twist? Probably, yeah, probably not.
No comment at this time? Their blood relation wasn't exactly obvious.
And hold on. Real quick, while this is where is that? Professor Doji. Never got a visual on this.
Until DNA testing on the clone revealed it. The professor was faced with the truth. He was her son. Which, naturally, sparked an inconvenient surge of maternal instinct. However, Okino himself didn't think highly of the professor. He had his disagreements with the project staff, too. When it seemed like her end was near, the professor recorded him one final message. One last chance for him to know the truth.
Stop! You saw that? But how? You'd need a biometric ID match to access that log. So you should only have been able to access your own. My logs and Okino's should have been locked off.
Thank you, Professor Morimura.
Or you got like 2-inch legs. Come back here.
Indeed. The files I could access were
like you can't outrun me.
Mostly company logs. Meeting reports, call transcripts, bureaucratic chaff.
But
barely anything in the way of your personal records.
Then, how do you know what was in my logs?
It's simple, really. That should do it for preparation.
I think he might be Joe.
Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works. Did it go through? Looks like that got me past the initial barrier, at least. Now, with Miss Morimura's ID, I should be able to get into her logs.
Now what? Why are you here? Hello?
Maybe if I check Miss Morimura's logs, I might find a clue why your biometric ID matches hers. It really is her ID.
Iori Fuyusaka?
Though unconscious, she proved very helpful. She is Chihiro Morimura, a compatible version. If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know who Iori Fuyusaka is. Because that would mean you hid her here in Sector 4. The plan was for the two newborns to grow up with their own separate lives. Ida-san's idea, presumably. Chihiro Morimura was planned to be placed in 2104, and Tetsuya Ida in 2024, yet neither could be found.
I knew Renya Goto of Shikishima pretty well. You and he are very different. Except that you both make my life a lot harder. So, suppose I am the professor. Then what?
Did you already, like, reveal that based on your one answer?
I want to know the truth. I want to know the reasons behind all of this.
Yeah.
But that seems unlikely. I imagine you're not inclined to tell me anything.
And why's that?
It'd be inconvenient for you if we had all the facts, considering you're trying to eliminate us. From the very beginning, you never intended for this world to survive.
Okay. Upon testing the DNA of the 15 individuals for Project Arc, it became clear that Tsukasa Okino was Morimura's child. Though it wasn't through conventional birth, Morimura still feels a maternal connection to him. In order to view Miss Morimura's logs, Goto used Iori Fukusaka, who was unconscious from the shock of seeing a sentinel in the 2065 ruins. Brought her to the UFO mainframe and used her biometric ID. 2065 ruin. I don't remember that. I remember her needing to be brought to the nurse's office, and she had her whole Iori like, ooh, Goto carried me, that's hot. Like, fucking thirsty ass. 2188, Professor Takamiya studies self-replicating probes. Okay. Meeting it for the first time? Yeah, I don't remember that, any of that. Like, none of that rings a bell. Upon testing the DNA of the 15 individuals for Project Arc, it becomes clear that he is Chihiro Morimura's child. The compatible. The clones of the 15 survivors in the colony are the compatible ones. Probe. Inside the probes are infrastructural storage cells called memory cubes, which allow the probe to compare itself to nearby probes and use them as a template for repairs. If a probe can't be repaired, then it dies, as a biological organism would, and the others move on. The probes that departed Earth with the DNA data of the 15 individuals surveyed surveyed an extremely wide range, replicated themselves infinitely until they found a new planet that humanity could inhabit. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. The interstellar sperm. Yeah? Ah! Damn it. Alright. I figured we were gonna be blocked somewhere. We gotta do all these. Real quick though, because I definitely never took a break yesterday, and I felt it. So let me take the time to do it right now. Quick 5 minutes, then we got a bunch of battles to get through before we're allowed to get back to Goto. I do want to check something real quick. Hypocrisy event. Okay, we haven't gotten hypocrisy yet. That's what okay. But yeah. Be back in about 5 minutes.